Welcome back to our channel. If you're planning to apply for an Australian partner visa or currently in the process, I suggest you watch this video until the end and pay close attention to the information shared. You're sure to get a lot out of it and you'll thank yourself for watching this video. Today, we're diving into the top 10 reasons why Australia partner visa applications get refused. Due to its increased flexibility and associated benefits, partner visas are now one of the most sought after visas in Australia, along with skilled migration visas. It is by far one of the most expensive Australian visas, with a visa application fees of just under $9,000 as at April 2024. We suggest you take utmost care to understand and meet all criteria and requirements, even though it's a complex process, before you lodge your application and await your visa grant. Now, there are two types of partner visas: onshore partner visa, which is the subclass 820 temporary visa, and the subclass 801, which is the permanent visa. Then you have the offshore partner visa, which is the subclass 309, the provisional visa, followed by the subclass 100, which is the migrant visa. In addition, you also have the prospective marriage visa. This suits those who intend to marry within the next 9 months after their fiancé receives their visa approval. Now let's take a look at the requirements for the partner visa. There are two eligible pathways to apply for a partner visa. You either have to be in a married relationship or being in a de facto relationship. Let's look at married relationship first. If you're in Australia and want to apply through the marriage pathway, it means you have to be legally married to your partner who is an Australian citizen or permanent resident or eligible New Zealand citizen. If you are outside of Australia, that is offshore, you will need to be legally married in your country of residence or another country. Now let's look at a de facto relationship. If you are in a de facto relationship, you must meet the following requirements. You are not legally married to each other. You are committed to a shared life to the exclusion of all others. Your relationship is genuine and continuing. You live together on a permanent basis. You are not related by family. Usually, your de facto relationship must have existed for at least 12 months immediately before you apply for the visa. In addition, you are required to meet the health and character requirements prescribed for the visa. Now, before we look at the top 10 reasons why Australian partner visa applications get refused, here's an interesting stat for you. Keep this in mind and I'll circle back at the end of the video. Did you know that 1 in 5 partner visa applications are refused by the department? Oh yes, that is a scary stat. It requires a lot of planning, preparation before you lodge your partner visa application. This visa is quite exhaustive and requires a lot of documentation and evidence. If you are not sure or not confident about handling the process, I recommend you seek legal guidance from a registered migration agent or migration lawyer in handling your visa application. That said, let's jump right into it. Reason number 1 is failing to lodge a sponsorship application. After lodging your visa application, don't forget to submit your sponsorship application that is required. Failure to do so can lead to delays in processing or a possible visa refusal. Also, at the time of your second visa application for the subclass 801, the permanent visa, or the subclass 100, the migrant visa, you must be in a relationship with your partner who sponsored you for the temporary visa. That is the subclass 820 or the subclass 309. A lack of sponsorship may lead to the rejection of your visa application. Reason number 2 on our list is perhaps the most crucial one. not enough evidence to support the genuineness of your relationship. This boils down to little or not enough evidence to support your visa application. You are required to provide ample evidence to show that your relationship is legitimate and continuing in relevance to the four pillars. The first pillar being the social aspects of your relationship. Here, the evidence can include photos together, your travel, time spent together or with groups, and statement from friends, etc. The second pillar pertains to the financial aspects of the relationship. Sufficient evidence is required to show shared ownership. This can include joint bank accounts, leases, loans, sharing of finances or pooled resources, etc. The third pillar addresses the nature of the household and focuses on how you live your life with each other. These includes your communication, how well do you work with each other on the various household chores, your routines, the payment of bills, shared responsibilities, duties you undertake in looking after the children, etc. The fourth and final pillar you need to show evidence is the nature of commitment. This includes how well do you know each other, your degree of companionship and your support for each other, the length of your relationship, and the nature. Being long term is important. Remember, the more evidence you provide, the better are your chances for approval. Coming in at number three is failing to respond to information requests, such as Section 56 or Section 57 requests from the department. Now, this can happen when additional documentation or information is required by the department before they can completely assess your application. Neglecting these requests can result in your visa being delayed or possibly being refused if the department does not hear from you. Be proactive and check your communication channels regularly, including your IME account and emails, to avoid missing out on the opportunity to address these requests. Reason number four is failing the interview process. If you and your partner are called for an interview, be prepared to answer personal questions about your relationship and each other. Fumbling on basic details can cast doubt on the genuineness of your relationship and lead to a refusal. So make sure you know your partner inside out. This is often a key reason for many visa refusals. Next up, reason number five, you have provided incorrect, false, or fraudulent documents. Now, this is a serious offense. This can not only result in your visa being refused, but also lead to a 10-year ban from Australia. Remember, honesty is key, and attempting to deceive immigration authorities is never worth the risk. If you do not have the right documents, do not proceed. Reason number six, you have assumed you're not eligible for a partner visa if you haven't lived together for 12 months. Many believe this requirement applies universally, but it's not the case. If you registered your relationship in an Australian state or territory, such as the Registry of Births, Deaths and Marriages Victoria, you don't need to wait for 12 months to live together before applying for a partner visa. I would check what are the requirements in the state or the territory you live in, as this could aid your eligibility status and provide the much needed answers for you. Reason number seven involves failing to meet the health requirements set by the department. This includes undergoing the necessary health examinations and meeting the specific criteria. Now, failing to do so can lead to a visa refusal, but there may be other options available, such as health waivers, which you can also explore. Moving on to reason number eight is failing to meet the character requirements. The department assesses your character to ensure you do not pose a risk to the Australian community. This includes factors such as criminal records or associations with criminal groups. Seek guidance if you're unsure how your background might impact your application. This criterion also applies to the sponsor. We recommend you get legal advice if this is a concern in your visa application. And reason number nine is not meeting Schedule 3 criteria or being Section 48 barred. This applies if you've overstayed a visa or had a visa refused or cancelled in the past. Now, waiving these restrictions can be complex, but with the right assistance, it's possible to navigate them successfully. And finally, let's delve into reason number 10, condition 8503, no further stay. If you're in Australia with a visa carrying this condition, you won't be able to apply for a partner visa onshore unless you have had this condition waived. You can apply for the waiver by demonstrating significant changes to your circumstances, including compassionate grounds such as medical reasons and family emergencies. This needs to be done before you lodge your partner visa application. Now, before we wrap up, let me touch on a few additional points that will help you in your partner visa journey. First, be proactive. It's essential to stay organized throughout the application process. Keep track of all required documents, deadlines, and correspondence to ensure nothing slips through the cracks. Second, consider seeking professional legal assistance from a registered migration agent or a migration lawyer. These experts can provide invaluable guidance and the help you need to understand complex immigration laws and increase your chances of success. Finally, don't hesitate or overlook to address any pertinent issues. It's always best to clarify things in your application. If you're unsure about any aspect of your application, get legal assistance from a registered migration agent or migration lawyer before you make your decision. It's always better to be upfront in addressing any concerns rather than run the risk of a refusal due to misunderstandings or failure to provide clarity. Now that you've patiently watched this video this far and understand all of the crucial aspects of a partner visa application, I'll say it's doable with careful preparation, attention to detail, and the right support. You can navigate your partner visa application process successfully. Remember, each case is unique, and seeking professional advice can make all the difference to your application. You don't want to be an addition to the rejection stat that I'd shared earlier, and taking on the additional stress and delays that come with a visa refusal. This could very much impact on how soon you're able to settle in your new life in Australia with your partner and enjoy everything that life has to offer. If you require assistance or guidance with your partner visa or any other immigration matter, connect with us using the contact details on screen. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips and updates. If you have any questions or experiences to share, drop them in the comments below. Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll see you in the next video.